Alright, welcome back to another video, guys. So this video here, I've been really kind of trying to figure out if I wanted to post it at all because I didn't really know how to make this video. Obviously, if you guys saw the title of this video and you clicked on it, you probably already know that I was in a fishing derby and I won the biggest lake trout of the day, so first place for that. So you would think that there would be a really cool video and everything to go with this, but there isn't. So really, I caught 2 fish the whole day. It was a long day and there really just wasn't a lot of filming and like B-roll. There was like nothing really. So I can kind of show you clips of this and that. And really, after that fish was caught, we moved around a lot trying to locate some other species and stuff for the derby, but it just didn't really happen, so it's not really that interesting. So what I think I'm going to do is kind of give you guys a little bit of a backstory and why this was so cool to me to actually win this derby. So the lake that we had the derby on is actually my home lake, and when I say my home lake, I mean I literally grew up on the lake. My mom and stepdad have a house there, and my mom's family members, a lot of them lived on the lake when I was younger, and my dad's side of the family has a camp down the other side of the lake, so I spent all my time at this lake. So when I was really young, my grandparents gave me my first set of tip-ups. My grandmother made the basket and my grandfather sort of refinished a couple of little traps that he had and gave them to me, and that was my first set. And I only ever fished this pond that I grew up on here, and he was really the one who showed me how to, set up the tip up, where to set it for what species, and just kind of how to ice fish really with traps. The other thing was that he had a bait business there selling smelts and shiners to ice fishermen right there at his house on the lake, so anytime I wanted to, I could pretty much go over there and ice fish and take a few minnows out and set them up and see what happened. But I never really caught any fish when I was a kid. I think I only caught maybe 3 fish when I was really young. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that it felt pretty cool to be able to win the derby on my home lake that I grew up on and that I learned to fish on from my grandfather and my uncles and everybody. So anyways, here is the beginning of the video. We'll show you that and then I'll come back in just a minute here. Whew, early morning this morning, guys. It's dark 30 right now. I just pulled into the boat ramp here. We're doing a derby, the second derby of the year. This one's gonna be actually kind of a serious one, so we're gonna have to try to get on some fish, but this is my home lake that I grew up on. So they're doing a derby for the biggest lake trout, salmon, and brook trout. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off the morning going for brook trout, maybe accidental salmon, and then after that we're gonna go set up for lake trout. This lake is notoriously slow. I mean, it's deathly slow fishing for trout and salmon, and I wouldn't recommend anyone to go there if they wanted to get a lot of a large number of fish on the board or anything. But there has been some big fish caught over the years, but I think within the last like 10 years or so, I haven't heard of any real big fish being caught there. So looking back on some of the derbies previous to this one that we just did the other day, the winning lake trout was only just over 4 pounds, so that's not a huge fish at all. So my plan for this derby was to target brook trout early in the morning, brook trout and salmon, and then as the day got later, it was supposed to be a really sunny day, I was going to back out to deeper water and just jig, so for lake trout. I set up on kind of like this little shoaly areas, kind of gravel bottom that turned to a softer bottom. And it's kind of set up right on the ridge. It came up to about 6 feet and it was kind of near a stream. And that's where I really wanted to start. So that's where we drove all the way across the lake, set up there, and basically that's where the action happened. So Josh, who is my cousin that normally fishes with me, he apparently wanted to sleep in a little bit longer than I did. So I got out there by myself, set up everything, and I had caught the first fish, you know, right off the bat. Still look like a dumbass, haven't even set up yet. First flag. Oh my god, it's screaming. I don't know if I'll be able to get this. I gotta get this fish out. He's taking line like crazy. Oh, it's a decent fish, whatever it is. Be a brookie, dude. Be a big staving brookie. Lake trout. Oh shit, I can't get it. There we go. Okay. Nice little lake trout. Dude, this camera angle is junk, but it's gonna have to be bigger than that to win anything, so there he is. We're gonna send him back home. I hadn't even set any of my other traps up yet, and my plan was to set up traps, set the shack up, and I started jigging. Josh showed up, and then 5 minutes after he got there, flag goes up again. So we run out to the flag, and the thing hadn't been up very long at all. I get to the flag, I don't have any of my camera gear rolling at all. My chesty is in the shack. All I had was this camera right here that we're filming on now is my bigger camera. I had it stuffed in my jacket, and you know, I didn't really know if it was a fish or not. Sometimes you'll get buzzed by trout and salmon, they'll just kind of hit the bait real quick and then take off. So I got there, and the spool was screaming. I mean, it was just on fire. And so, you know, I knocked some of the ice away to look at it, and when I pulled the trap up out of the hole, the reel spun probably 3 or 4 more turns, and then it stopped right to the knot on the line on the spool. It took every inch of line off that spool right to the knot, completely spooled me, and I said, oh my god, we might have a decent salmon here. I thought it was probably going to be a salmon because of the depth that we were in. I set the hook, I start pulling the fish in, and there's some weight there, but it's also got 200 feet of line out, so I can barely really feel what's going on. I'm talking to Josh, who's coming behind me to see what's going on. I said, Josh, you got to get this camera out. So I'm trying to pull this thing in, and I unzip my jacket, and it's like, the camera's right here. So he's reaching in my jacket trying to grab the camera out, and I'm still fighting the fish, and he pulls the camera out, and then this is where we started recording.
Holy smokes, boys. We might have a derby winner.
Yeah, I got spooled right to the knot, boys. We're only in about 6 feet of water. I got to my trap, pulled it out, right to the knot. I don't know how many feet of line is on there, but
to the knot.
It felt really good off the bat, but there was so much line out. Usually you can't really tell. It's not really fighting at all right now, but
they're fighting you.
Oh, there's my leader. Wow. I think it's a lake trout. It's got to be over like 23 inches to keep the thing, to even weigh it.
Yeah. For me, yeah. It's gotta be.
It's gotta be like a fat.
It's gotta be a fat. Did you bring a scale?
No. Dude, he does not want to come up. That's crazy. I'm catching lake trout in 6 feet of water. That's
coming
what it
in
is.
to feed.
Unless it's like a smallmouth or something, but it's taking runs like a lake trout.
Of course. The line's just gonna freeze up on itself.
Oh my god, dude, I can't get the thing in. I touched the leader and then it's gone. I can't get his head in the hole. Oh, dude, I think it's pretty good. Look at it.
Should I? Here. I'm gonna.
Dude, he's taking all the line again. This is nuts. I just don't want to get. Dude! This has to be a decent fish, because small ones you can just get right up, no problem. I'm not really horsing them either, because I got light. Josh is over here reeling my trap up backwards, probably.
Ready, tidy, lefty, loosey, or what?
Come on, baby.
Should I go set a trap in that guy's hole?
Yeah. He doesn't have one in there yet.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Right, we got leader.
wrapped
Come
around.
on, baby.
It's a
Dude,
big-
it's a nice fish.
It's a big log attached to it.
Come on, dude. Do not come off. Just get your head in the hole. Dude, it's nice. Oh my god, dude. It's nice.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah. Come on. Dude, Derby winner. Derby winner. Dude.
Whoa, that's big.
Woo! Woo!
That is big.
It's pretty big. It's not like massive.
No, but
that's a good fish.
That's definitely.
Yeah, we're weighing this one, boys. Dude, the head on that thing. Skinny body, but a nice fat head. We're gonna keep him and weigh him for sure. Definitely. Holy smokes, dude, 6 feet of water.
What? That is awesome. That's a big liker. That's a freaking. That's pretty fat.
For the lake that we're on, that's like a really nice fish.
Yeah.
I just went and weighed the fish. I didn't video any of it for you guys because it wasn't really all that exciting, but it's the biggest fish weighed in so far, and it's I don't know, it was 24 inches, maybe a little bit over that, I can't remember, but the weight was 4.195 pounds. So like I said, not a huge fish, right? That's not, you know, all that impressive of a fish, 25 inch lake trout. But I knew that anything over probably 23 inches was gonna be in the running for, you know, to place at this derby. So I knew as soon as I pulled that thing out and saw it that it was probably gonna be, you know, one of the top contenders, either first or second. So once I caught that fish, I was just like, I'm probably not gonna catch anything else today that's gonna beat that. And typically this lake, I mean, you might only catch, you know, 1 or 2 fish a day, maybe even nothing. Some people caught nothing that day, and pretty much after that it completely shut off. Pretty much from lunch until 6 o'clock I had no idea if I was in the lead or bumped out or what. I had no idea. So 6 o'clock came, we zipped back to the launch, loaded up everything, drove down to the middle school where they were having the official weigh-in and everything, and I was still on the leaderboard. I was still first. I'm like, what the heck? So I did end up winning. They called my name up, you know, got my check, my $150. It's not really that much, but it wasn't really about the money for me. I really just wanted to win and say that I won the derby on my home lake. And it was super cool.
150.
And I don't know if it'll ever happen again, but it was an awesome experience. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know there wasn't a lot of, you know, actual fishing being done here or like tactics and showing you guys this and that, but I just want to tell you guys a little bit of a story here and show you guys what happened this past weekend. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys later.
Volume up.
All right, everybody, sound up. I'm about to show you guys why we call these red snappers. Yeah.
But you know the sound it makes when it hits the hull?